Your cat doesn't see you as a human. Nope. Not even close. Not a person. Not the stressed-out adult who spends half their paycheck on organic kibble and that artisanal tuna mousse they sniff once, then walk away from like you've offended their ancestors. In your cat's eyes, you are simply a larger, slower, slightly malfunctioning feline. A curious creature with clumsy paws, confusing habits, and absolutely no sense of personal grooming. You leave the house constantly, which is suspicious. You talk way too much. And you seem obsessed with putting your attention into glowing screens instead of important things, like sunbeams, cardboard boxes, or that one sock under the bed. Let's be honest, your cat has never truly been impressed by your species. They watch you trip over your own feet, spill coffee on your shirt, and get excited over emails. It's baffling. When you call their name in that weird voice you think is cute, they just stare. Slowly. Unblinking. Like you've asked them to solve calculus. And when they do blink, one slow, dramatic blink at a time, it's not confusion. It's judgment. It's the same look you'd give someone who just tried to use a toaster underwater. They're not ignoring you because they don't get it. They're ignoring you because they're evaluating your entire existence. Silently. Mercilessly. But hey, if you find comfort, laughter, or just a little too much truth in all of this, you're in good company. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the growing club of cat servants and feline fools just trying to keep up. We've got more mysteries to unravel, more judgment to decode, and more cat truths to expose. Because whether your cat sees you as a pet, a butler, or a failed feline experiment, they've already decided. You're theirs. And that's what really matters. See, cats evolved as solitary hunters. Independent. Proud. Masters of their own tiny universe. While dogs were off forming packs and writing emotional poetry about their owners, cats were learning how to survive in silence, hunt with precision, and ignore everyone around them with style. They don't need approval, they grant it. So when your cat looks at you, it's not with the wide-eyed devotion of a golden retriever. No. It's more like, this large, clumsy, furless cat has questionable potential, but potential nonetheless. They don't think, this is my owner. They think, this is the strange, oversized feline I've reluctantly decided to mentor or mildly supervise. You feed them? Great. Clean their litter box? Acceptable. Buy them tiny hats they never asked for? Now you're just embarrassing the species. But even with all their smug independence and silent judgment, you're still part of their chosen inner circle. You've passed some invisible test, one only they know the rules to. And that's something worth celebrating. Oh, and speaking of things worth celebrating, if you're enjoying this strange little glimpse into your cat's mysterious worldview, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the club. We've got more animal truths, cozy chaos, and feline-approved content on the way. Your cat probably won't care, but hey, you will. Now, back to decoding the mind of your fluffy little enigma. When your cat rubs their face on you, it's easy to feel flattered. Ah, they love me, you think as you melt into a puddle of human feelings. But let's be honest, they're not exactly whispering sweet nothings. They're marking you. That little headbutt? It's loaded with scent glands. And it's less, I love you, and more, you belong to me now. Permanently. No refunds. No exchanges. I've tagged you. You didn't adopt a cat. You got claimed. You are officially feline property. A walking, talking piece of furniture that feeds them, warms their favorite spots, and opens cans. If they had tiny pens, they'd write their name on your forehead. Now let's talk about the slow blink, the so-called I love you of the cat world. And yes, it is love, but not the needy, desperate kind. It's regal. Calculated. That blink is the equivalent of a queen acknowledging your presence at court. It says, you may remain in my kingdom. You've earned it, for now. And here's the kicker, they know the power they hold in those eyes. They blink slowly because they've seen the way you react. 1 blink and you're gushing. 2, and you're rearranging your entire life just to make them more comfortable. They don't just control the blinks, they control the room. But hey, if this is your life now, being the beloved minion of a fuzzy tyrant, you're in the right place. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't do it for me, do it for your cat. Because somewhere in the shadows, behind narrowed eyes, they're watching, and they expect you to keep up with your training. Now, back to your regularly scheduled cat worship. When your cat brings you a dead mouse, or worse, a half-dead one dragging itself across your kitchen floor like the final act of a horror movie, it's not a gift. Let's kill the myth right now. It's not a token of love, or gratitude, or some furry version of a thank you card. It's a performance review. And not a glowing one. They drop it at your feet, look up at you with those cold, emotionless eyes, and the message is crystal clear. I did your job for you. Fin. You're welcome, you bafflingly incompetent giant. In their mind, you are the slow, clumsy, loud roommate who couldn't catch a bug even if it flew straight into your mouth. So they hunt for you. Not because they want to, but because they feel they have to. It's damage control. You are, quite frankly, the weakest link in the food chain. And trust me, they've been watching. Watching as you fumble with door handles like it's rocket science. Watching you stare into that glowing rectangle you call a phone, missing the obvious laser dot on the floor. Watching you burn your tongue on hot coffee every single morning. Honestly, your survival is a daily miracle to them. In fact, there's a decent chance they've tried to help evolution along a few times. You know that time they darted in front of you on the stairs? That wasn't an accident. That was a test. But hey, if you've made it this far under their supervision, you're probably worth keeping around. So, if you're enjoying this wild peek into your cat's secret judgmental universe, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Join us for more feline truths, poorly disguised insults, and tales from the tiny overlords who rule our homes. Because let's face it, your cat's already watching. You might as well be informed. But here's the twist. Despite the royal attitude, the silent judgment, the side eyes when you sneeze too loud, or dare to move them off your laptop, they care. Not in the big, dramatic, rom-com way we humans are used to, but in their own beautifully strange, cryptic, and let's be honest, slightly melodramatic fashion. When they curl up next to you, not on top of your phone, but next to you, that's not just convenience. That's trust. That's them saying, this is my chosen spot. Next to this giant, warm, weird cat who brings me snacks. When they follow you from room to room like a fluffy little shadow, it's not because they're clingy. It's because you're their person. You're part of their territory, and they want to make sure the toaster in the next room doesn't do anything suspicious while you're not looking. And when they scream at 3 a.m. for no reason whatsoever, that's not chaos. Actually, it is chaos. But it's personalized chaos. It's how they keep you humble and awake. So no, your cat doesn't see you as human. They see you as something better, in a way. A funny, awkward, oversized feline who talks too much, moves too loud, and somehow still earned a seat at the royal banquet of purring, headbutts, and deeply confusing rituals. You are their hairless, snack-dispensing court jester. And in the mysterious, rule-free kingdom of cats, that's the highest honor you're ever going to get. And if that made you smile, nod, or glance at your cat like, yep, that tracks, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the tribe. We've got more stories, more secrets, and more decoding of the strange, wonderful language of cats. Because in their eyes, you're family. Weird, slow, but still family. Because let's face it, your cat's already watching. You might as well be informed.